against In Your Dream. Obviously, In Your Dream as the Void Spirit, it's going to be a little easier for him to move around the map, get involved on the side lanes. And looking at some of those side lanes, do you see an incredibly strong lineup on one of these dual lanes that we've got going on the side, and we're going to have a great time on the first few minutes?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Witch Doctor in lane. I think this hero is just always super dominant whatever lane he's in. With PA, you have a lot of kill threat too, especially versus hero that's used like Pango. I do think that Adroit probably wants to start pulling bottom as soon as possible with Boomy. They don't have the strongest lane. Bach is going to be okay, but, you know, they can get chased pretty far forward, so we'd like to see him pull. Top lane, they do have a good aggressive lane with the Sinking Grimstroke, but they're playing versus an Oracle, so it kind of counteracts it entirely.
Boogie already off to a nice little start up there, being able to snipe for Ev's courier.
Yeah, that dispel is always super good versus Grimstroke, as we've seen. Sure, you pop the Ink Swell and cause it to go off, depending on how long it was casted initially, but you can do very well in your favor.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do sort of spread the aura buying on Adroit's lineup. Because you'd imagine as well, Bot, he's sort of between Mac and Bot. They're going to be buying the items that are going to buff up the Spectre right in the team fight. You know, both of them are going to be looking to just trying to empower their carry in the mid game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Boomy's just got the straight Javelin queued up, so I mean, we haven't seen that in quite a while. Bottom, there's the aggression we're talking about.
Trying to go here with the Malediction, and that's going to be a fair bit of damage on the Bot. Yeah, it's allowed to pop. He's trying to run. He's got no stick charges left, just the one. That won't save him as the pop comes in from Yokam's Maledict. Oh, that's a double win there for T1 on that bottom lane.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised that Adroit is not pulling the wave. I think this is a big mistake here by Boomy. In this matchup, it's too hard, especially when that lane positioning, you're going to get dove really far forward. I mean, it's PA, number one. That's the biggest thing. You're always going to get chased further and further depending on the lane positioning. So you have to change that lane positioning with those lane pulls from the Pango in order to just have yourself in a safe position at bottom. But they'll equalize it now and it'll pull back, but they do give up a kill.
In the top lane, Brev is going to go with the bow stroke onto Natsumi. Good nuke as well with the stroke of fate. Continue to trade Natsumi in terms of regen. Is down to his final tango. Ninja Boogie still has a couple of rounds in the lane to help him out. Build-wise, Brev, he's going to be queuing up the urn for the team. One move around, building up those charges. Using it to play aggressive. The mid lane matchups continue to be very even. 19 for 1, then the 18 for 4 between In Your Dream and Mac. Falling behind too far in that sense. So far, the first few minutes of the lane's pretty close. Just that one kill down on the bottom lane that's given a little bit of a boost to the XP of Meracle. And other than that, everyone's farming fine. Nobody's getting bullied too hard.
Yeah. They can't pressure the PA though is the biggest thing. So Miracle's gonna free farm down here. Spectre is gonna get good farm, but I wouldn't say in the same mentality because I feel like they can pressure a bit more with Peloton and Forev as in, you know, in the other side, Bach and Boomy just can't pressure this PA.
No, for sure. It's going to get to the point where Ninja Boogie's got to stay very, very close back to 2 levels. They'll be able to start diving. All right, going to get caught out by Boomy.
Boomy a lot, but the Witch Doctor should have probably stopped. That's one of those choices. It's like, if I'm trading hits on the side of the lane, it's nowhere near as good when I'm playing versus Pango. You want to be playing in the lane as a Witch Doctor versus these two. So, good move by Boomy, securing the room for Mac, and denying it from In Your Dream.
Yeah, he would have loved to grab those wells. Has got the empty ball, and with no one dying on his side lanes, there's no one to TP out to mid to give him the free refill. So, if anything, there'll be a little bit of a plus for T1 if someone does end up going down the side lanes. Mid lane. Just clearing out the creeps with the Dissimulate. See Matt getting closer to the 6. I mean, it's going to be sort of whoever gets the 6 first here could try and outplay one another, especially if rotations come in. But as for now, no real movements other than to secure that rune spot. Nobody looking towards helping one another in the mid get those, you know, an early kill on the enemy.
I feel like In Your Dream's just trying to like farm the boars, yeah, with the skill build, the 0-3-2 build. So he's gonna kill them, he's gonna get the 6 early on. Maybe he can get a rotation and they can go to set up for a kill. That's so step. He's gonna try himself here.
Bottom lane again. Yokam, he's been found outside of the lane by Boomy.
Make sure Spectre reigns supreme.
And I imagine for bot, we'll probably see some sort of what like Vlad's medallion solar crest sort of build on the offlane bench.
I would think so, yeah.
On it, and what's going to come out? They're going to try and turn this one around the cars. Malady down to Bok, another bounce for the cars, and Bok is down. A turn over towards Boomy, see if they can chase this, but he's going to go straight for the TP out. They don't have the damage. There's a lot of software in this. What? Yeah, you're right, he's not getting out. In your dream, that extra bit of burst. And yeah, he went for the long TP, trying to stay out on the map. It cost him his life. Mac steps forward, trying to use the Roar here to take out In Your Dream. They do still have Box Illusion moving across. Nearly finishes off Yokam, but with the respawn coming in, the illusion comes to an end. In Your Dream only just able to jump away as he did try and play aggressive to take down some of Mac's army. But they live, and that is a Roar used. Wasn't able to set up for a kill, so a long 70-second timer still to go where this Beastmaster mid is not really going to have much impact.
Still going to farm super fast though with this always. That's the beauty about Beastmasters. You don't have to have any downtime because you're always like full HP, ready to go with mana 2 to farm with your boars. And now Spectre already has the book finished up, so Natsumi's off to an excellent start too. He's a little bit behind the PA, but he's going to have that farm tool that's going to let him jump up a bit forward here. Only get the shovel too.
In the river, In Your Dream, and Polison again finding Matt. Try and come up toward this top spot around the rune spawn. Between the two of them, they can easily catch him out. See if they can get this. This is trying to juke through the trees, but with Meracle around, two cores have no trouble taking out Oracle. 6 for 3 now, T1. Meracle getting involved in a lot of action. 2-0-3 on this position 1 PA already, just 8 minutes in. Now able to play on the top half of the map in this pretty safe position, especially when he's backed up by the rest of his team. They know that Natsumi's going to be sticking to the jungle with the Necro book, so this top lane is entirely Miracle's to play in.
Yep. And this is all, you know, the proceeds of what happens bottom. You're playing versus Bench Pango. I did want them to pull as that Pango a bit more. I don't think they actually ended up pulling at all. And yeah, Witch Doctor just very good at laning, especially with an aggressive hero that can benefit from Paladins like PA. Bottom lane.
I've got the detection. They're looking for forever. Roar's going to come out. There is a TP coming in for the Witch Doctor. For it, pretty tanky. Still able to get the Forest Strike out. The Carve is there from Yokam. Buying time for the coming and diving here over past the tower. Mac's going to lose his life for it. Miracle's got his control onto Ninja Boogie as they'll be able to punish Adroit half for this guy. Adroit do manage to bring down 2, but they'll lose all 3 heroes for it.
They dove pretty hard for the sinking there. Stacked their stuns as well. He was able to buy a little bit of time, but still just a very over-aggressive dive. Yeah, they really wanted to get that sinking, but you know, if they can wait till he steps down a little bit more, that's the best case for them because they push towers so naturally. That type of dive play without ults is pretty crazy. Boomy, he now has Rolling Thunder available, but they didn't have Haunt or him at the bottom lane. If they have Boomy down there in level 6, that's go time because that Pango ult is pretty much everything in those type of spots.
Yeah, for sure. They need to dive, clear out the trees, and you almost certainly come out on top of that sort of fight. That time around, T1 just well prepared to get in with the TPs. Meracle seems to have solid farm and solid involvement. 2-0-5.
Boomy.
The Rolling Thunder off in time. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anyone else over here though to try and kill off either Yokam or Forev. So they'll be fine to head up and still secure this 10-minute bounce in this map. Might actually make his way over to pick up. Even with his Necro book, I think this Spectre's going to struggle heavily to keep up with Miracle's farm.
He is buffed up though. He has the Beastmaster in the bench behind him, so it's always going to be a little bit of a stronger Spectre. Forev can't set up to defend it. Boomy's actually in. Misses.
Misses the swatting buckle. He's dead. Oh no, Boomy. A whiff spell cost him his life.
Very aggressive as well with the way he jumped in with his swashbuckle.
I mean, we saw the other day, though, Boomy, he really is, he's a volatile man, right? We saw his game when he was on Tusk, it was pretty bad. And then his game where he was on Mirana, and he looked like he was sort of the next Yapsel. So, you know,
carried the whole game by himself on that Mirana. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what he was doing. Great play. Comes up to Bob, told by the Boomy rolling into the Rolling Thunder. He's going to be able to trap Morrison here. Why the river? Roar onto Forev. Adroit, they'll take the 3 of them.
Beautiful.
And this is, you know, as you say, sort of what's expected when you see Adroit fight as 5. Like, they are going to have this incredible power right now that T1 just aren't ready to deal with. And off the back of that fight, they're going to head into Rush. They're going to let's take this down with the auras, the passives, the wave of terror and everything. This Roche is going to be theirs. I don't see any sort of way of T1 getting over here in time. It's been scanned out by T1, but Roshan's just falling so fast here at just 14 minutes that Adroit are going to claim this very easily. And that extra bit of gold pushing them very close towards Mac having a full pipe complete. I mean, Adroit, their lineup and the timings they're working to with the items, it's going to mean that in a minute's time, they can pretty much take all these tier 1s and tier 2s, and T1 are going to struggle to defend and push back. It's Meracle, he needs more time. He's going for the Battle Fury, of course. He's nearly got it, but just with that alone, Adroit aren't going to really care in the fights, in the 5v5.
Yeah, and it's not like we have Forever who's gone for a Blink Dagger where we can set up to defend for those towers. He's gone for this Vessel build. So the initiation for them to fight around is nowhere near as strong as it would have been if he did rush that Blink. And now, yeah, Pipe is done, so he kind of counteracts that tanking if he does even get get that Blink Dagger in a moment. And they have a Blink on Boomy. This is huge right now for Adroit. I feel like they can just catapult forward and take over the majority of this mid game.
Yeah, completed, lads. It's on the way to bot.
Yep.
And yeah, the complete pipe. At this point in the game, head-to-head, their lineup just, it should roll over T1 in any sort of team fight.
Absolutely. And I mean, they're going to find Joe walking in.
Uh-oh. Draw the Witch Doctor, why not? Mac does it. Hey, it pays off. He's playing fast. He'll take kills. They're presenting.
I mean, look at Forev. Dude, he's got no TP. He's isolated.
They've got the sentry down. Well, they're going to be able to find him by the looks of it. Bulldozer struck deeper into the trees, but they saw the way it went. The trees are cleared out by the... And now you're getting these big items coming out. It's not going to be easy for T1 to deal with it.
No, definitely not. So many different ways to mess with that. Yeah, you can be great. Looking for Mac.
Converse to Mac. That fight. Pretty tanky. Continue to run. Meracle jumps and kills off the army. Soulbind onto Mac, but Mac's able to keep the distance for the rest of his team. Meracle is going to look to commit. Jump forward to the Rolling Thunder. Both with the swap out to keep Mac safe. Boomy getting a good angle here and blinks out as well. They can't stop him from getting out with the blink. As Boomy's away, T1 just unable to jump and kill off this Beastmaster. Mac's just too tanky.
And they can't dive forward too far either because there's double save. There's a bench swap plus the Oracle promise, and now Roar is available again. They might look to turn in your dream. He jumps forward.
Carries out, the axe to Roar. They're going to look to try and maybe fight it back onto this one. They have to bring it onto Meracle. Jump forward from Boomy. Inside they go. Cast out and running step forward. Actually, false punch, but he's taking a hell of a lot of damage yet. Boomy finishes off the Witch Doctor. Yokan goes down the Meracle. He's dying. He's falling low. The army of Necrobooks and Wolves are chasing him, but he will manage to live. It's 2 dead on Adroit. Swashbuckle across from Boomy. The sentry's down. They've got the vision on Brev. The dagger as well, keeping lock on him. As he's dusted, one more swashbuckle from Boomy finishes off the job. As this time Adroit, a few casualties, but still coming out on top of these fights.
Looked scary for a moment there too, right? They threw everything onto Mac, but that false promise ate an incredible... I believe he had a salve too running on himself because he healed for a crazy amount and an urn. But yeah, they had to commit so much for there. I thought Natsumi was in some trouble as well, but he was able to shift to the side. Another successful fight for Adroit. Meracle is getting pretty large though.
Is under attack.
Yeah, that's true. He's the Tesso done on the Battle Fury. And
but
whoever he does jump on, he has a good solid job taking them out with the crits with the Stesso complete.
Cool to see what Bob's building. I believe he's probably going to go for a Silver Edge, actually. He's got the Shadow Blade. And Silver Edge versus PA is always going to be pretty damn nice if he is able to go for that one, too. So they're going to have a lot of different ways to deal with it if it's just Meracle. And right now in the game,
it's not going to do it yet. Just goes for the Magic Missile. TP's are coming in. Everything jumps across. What will be saved just in time by the Pulse. They're going to be able to take a second in as well with the swap back. Collison taken out by Mac. Double kill for the Beastmaster. In your dream, dodging the swashbuckle. Really will fall, but in your dream's going to pay the price for this. Natsumi and Mac all upon him. Triple kill for the Beastmaster. Meracle's got to run. With his whole team dead, there's no fight for him to take here. As Adroit, again, they're just winning every single trade, 4 for 2. They can push onto the tier 1. Natsumi building up towards that Manta, and with these towers falling, he's going to get that at an excellent time on top of this Necro Radiance.
He is incredibly strong, and you can see how hard they want to just persist to take those fights, especially when they have Haunt. They were like, whatever, who cares if like Pango dies? Who cares if we commit too far forward? We have Haunt, and we know that Natsumi's going to clean up incredibly well. 3-0-10 for him, almost level 20. Fights are continuing to go incredibly well for them, and like I was mentioning, they have the tools to be able to deal with this PA. If it's just a PA who's super farmed at the top there, they have Aurora, BKB piercing disable. They have a lot of different save and ways to play around him, and also they're building that silver edge like we said on bench. So T1, they need a little bit more going for themselves. They're gonna need some more from In Your Dream to carry this one, and maybe Pelosin, right? Because he's got an Axe, so maybe that Axe on a Spectre we've seen. See what it can do.
Okay.
We'll see. Right now, a bit tough for T1 though in these next few moments, but that Spectre Haunt, I mean, that Spectre illusion is also going to cause havoc onto, and particularly Oracle probably in the fights.
And obviously, if he's able to do it with Soulbind, there's some pretty nice bonuses to get too. I mean, well, you get the Venge or the Beastmaster thrown in on that. Miracle's going to love it. Extra attack speed, extra damage, whichever it be. So yeah, if he's able to get a two-man Dark Portrait on, as you say, Spectre plus Beastmaster or Venge, suddenly the power that Adroit has had this whole 24 minutes is going to work to the favor of T1. They've got to be careful at Policy getting that spell off.
Yeah, I wonder why they have Natsumi still just with an little. I was just taking a look at Night Neutral item nitpicking.
That's true. I mean, even someone take the Claw. That's got to speed.
Yeah, right. A little weird.
Plus 24 damage.
They've
caught him. He's trying to escape here. They're moving back as a unit, but Adroit, they're going to chase them down. T1. In they go with the Rolling Thunder, crashing it onto Yokan forever. He gets a fight man. They're really getting a perfect time. Across the entire with the BKBs, look at the turn. Committing on the Spectre, the big Esports Dota. Here he goes to Ultra. Killed off the Spectre. Miracle. He's doing it here. Double kill for the PA. Over towards the Venge. They found 3. Boomie will TP out and make it away in time. But 4 dead on Adroit, and Meracle is able to do it. He gets in. The damage far too much for Adroit to deal with. They're hitting these combos. The Ink Swirl just smashing all of them and buying time for Meracle to go to work. And Roshan's up. They'll head over the pit, and they'll be able to take this whilst Adroit's dead.
Yeah, wow. Adroit trying to chase forward with the Haunt. They have to get initiation that is something that isn't the Haunt first, right? They have to get a Venge swap, or they have to get a better stun. Perfect this game, especially one. They just back up, make the command under their tower there, and then, like you said, that was just such a perfect jump by Meracle there with the Ink Swell on him. He catches everybody with the 3.5 or 4 second stun, so he can just feed on them during that battle period. Picture perfect for them.
Where you sort of see the fights like that, and that really is where you just look at Grimm's Joke as a hero and be like, damn, 3.7 seconds stun. And as you saw, as you say, you know, these sort of heroes with these link capabilities, they're going to find the opportunities for that stun to go off and hit them hard, especially when it is a lineup that's built around this sort of run at them as a unit. You know, Adroit are always going to be fighting relatively grouped up.
Yeah, 3-man Ink Swell. I believe 4F if he had a Blink Dagger. He still hasn't gone for it this game. He could have followed up with another 3-man stun afterwards. He had to just F-beat and walk up and didn't really commit a whole lot into the fight. But yeah, that Ink Swell is definitely something that they have to pay attention to. Meracle.
Yeah, BKB. Getting chased up. Popping in, he will. There he comes. Straight away, jumping over the back line with the Oracle. He's hiding out inside the individual. Goes into one. Sometimes he keeps himself alive. Meracle turns over towards the back. Beastmaster down. Forever. Revving up the epicenter, but there's no one caught within the range of it. Cascade over to Meracle. He's together to clean up a second himself. Takes out Ninja Booty. Ninja Booty's going to buy back. Jump down to the low ground as Meracle kills off Hog. Natsumi, Boomie. They want to try and deal with this PA. Can they finish him off? They're chasing him. Meracle trying to get back towards the base. Turn with the Yules. As In Your Dream's able to hold back Boomie. Another swashbuckle. And then Meracle. He's getting well. Meracle's going to try and turn. Does manage to land a big crit. There's no one to go on Natsumi. The age is gone. Boomie. Whoa. Bit of a poke. Tries to hit him with the swashbuckle as he respawns, but it does go a little too early. Still, they're able to blink out. So Meracle is still the big issue. They cannot.
He's just literally jumping right on top of them, getting like 3-man silences over and over. See how these fights. Who gets the initiation? Will Mac get the roar on the PA?
They've got to find PA before PA finds the ball. Meracle charging in, Pog with the Shadow Blaze. Finds out as long as the Meracle turns to help before him to get the kill. Jump over to the side, roll out. Meracle's still full HP though. They've got to run. They've got to get away from this PA. out onto Max. They didn't find the target. They did not find the PA at the start of it all. A buyback's come out from box, but there's nothing he can do to save Natsumi. They just cannot fight right now. That lead that Adroit had is falling off. You can feel the momentum that they were going for with this lineup, with the Spectre backed up by the mid Beastmaster and the off-lane bench, but it's starting to fall apart heavily. The Spectre, a hero that can, you know, absolutely be considered very strong in the late game. It's just not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with a PA that's already 5k ahead of him.
Taken out. And yeah, I mean, this is also the big power of an item like BKB on a like, you know, when you're playing a 4 protect 1, Spectre doesn't build this BKB.
He wants to fight, or at least try and pull the creep wave away. After trying to chase, but all right, he's out. And T1 are going to be able to keep the creep wave in good shape to push on more.
So this BKB from Meracle really allows him to just stick on the Spectre pretty much the entirety of the fight, so doesn't have to worry about dispersion or any of that. He's got good auras as well that he benefits from. And they also did a fantastic job. I'm going to credit Korev here. He got the Spirit Vessel on the Spectre. So no heal really was received that. Jump forward in mid. Omi will go down.
Yeah, this is the point where guys probably just picking on the PA, maybe blaming one another, being like, dude, why is this guy got so many items? Just 13-0-12. Mid racks are gone. 10k lead for T1.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
It's very hard to sort of see a world where T1 just don't wrap this game up pretty shortly with Meracle as far ahead as he is.
Triple dagger. Pushing him back, finishing up the racks. They've got their bench up. No Pango for the 40 though. Dagger on 3.
Taking it. That's exactly what they needed. Can they get more out of this? They're chasing. The Dream is out with an astral step, straight up with the TP from the high ground. He'll make it away. But they did the impossible. They killed Meracle. The racks are gone. Obviously, the damage has been done by T1. They do it. They do manage to kill that PA. And he is dead without
completely. It's now level 18 as well for that max range swap into Aurora. They can do it. They can just blow him up every time if they can get that chain stun. And they can haunt also to identify too. So Natsumi, maybe he goes up in front. He has buyback available on the Spectre. He does have it, so he could actually just haunt in and jump, just let them see everybody. Can they get the jump? It's gonna be boss.
Bring your Dream, and your Dream, otherwise the Lynx swaps back into the world. BKB swaps back in there on the point, but he's gone. Now they've got everyone to push them to a horse, come out, bring the point down, jumps over the wall, starts to eat back up to full HP for Ed. Coming in with a 3-man bar of shot. Going out again onto Meracle. Meracle over the wall. Max is dead, but Natsumi and Boomin, they're kind of cleaning up here. He's now alone. He's the only one left to right. Can he deal with the 3 of them? He jumps over towards Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie's got the Ghost Scepter. Adroit, they want to still poke around with the PA. They don't want to let him go. They know that he's got nothing else there left to fight when he turns the dagger, though. He has managed to bring down Boomin. Over towards Ninja Boogie. Whoa, he's still doing it alone. He doesn't need no team. Meracle, as he does manage to live there, no trouble to turn and throw out the crits.
That was nicely done by Meracle there at the end. Just even the slight little blur usage. He could have actually had some trouble there because they can play really well around the lucky shot plus disarm from that Oracle. He did a good job of kiting them to make sure that they couldn't actually get everything onto him there. He commits his full gold now for the Abyssal.
He does.
Magical Meracle status, right?
Yeah, we've seen him do it a few times. He's a confident man. And you know, most of the time it pays off. You see that KDA 16-1 and 13. But if they do kill him here, it is going to hurt.
You might want to ping, like, right? If they just saw him for a second there, they just see an Abyssal Blade, they might actually be able to identify that he doesn't have buyback. Now is when you don't go for the Void Spirit in the next fight. Just commit fully onto the onto that PA with everything. Get that swap roar on him.
And you know, Natsumi, he's just picked up his own Abyssal as well. So you have that solid lockdown to really get on top of him. Of who you want to.
Also no buyback on him now though, but he does have the dispersion talent as well and everything too in combination now as well in these next fights. So it could actually make a difference. This is going to be close for these next fights. It's all depending on that initiation, if they can just instantly pop Meracle.
Yeah.
Hawk scouting out the area. They do see Witch Doctor and Void Spirit. They're going to smoke. They might be able to look for something here. Roach is up.
Meracle.
They see him.
He's still under the blood.
They see him. Oh, the Aether Remnant. Maybe it's him.
Meracle's going to throw the down. Meracle's going to jump back. He kills it straight away. The fourth force comes out. They managed to find the kill, but there's Meracle cleaned up. Found the kill. He's lost no buyback available on that. Boss is dead as well. They've got to get on top of it for him. With the bow, but he'll kill the dispersion. Natsumi being pushed. That comes out from Meracle. The crooks are there. Onto Natsumi. Jump forward with the strike. Natsumi trying to run. The disarm comes to an end. And Meracle will jump forward to miss. Natsumi, can he live? He cannot. The Remnant drags him back. As this should be a good opening for the T1 to give a solid blow down the mid if they do want to. Up top, Ninja Boogie also finished off by Paulison and Farev. But that would have been the fight for Adroit, but they just could not do it. They could not kill Meracle. He stays alive. Down the mid, he's ready to go. There's still a tier 2 to be taken down for him if they want to play safe with the Megas. Roshan's up, so they'll play it even more safe and just go for that. Go for the easy objectives. Make sure the Meracle's game continues to be very clean.
Straight chaos inside that fight though, but so beneficial for T1 bottom. Really getting chased out a little bit here. Might be able to live, but so the way that they can get that fight, this is actually pretty sick. I noticed in the middle of it. Miracle jumps up onto the high ground, right? Beastmaster's mid-animation for the roar. He gets stunned up, then he's about to roar again, and I saw the In Your Dream throws the Lincolns onto that PA. So Beastmaster cancels his roar again, isn't able to actually get it off, and then they follow up and just kill him. So they actually protected Meracle very well inside that team fight, just so that he can jump forward that aggressively. Very nice team play coming from them. And it was chaos. Even though Boomy gets like a fantastic Pangolin inside that area with the PA, with the Battle Fury just cleaving inside that little cluster of a spot, just perfect for T1 the way they engaged that one.
We'll have to now Sumi back up for the base defense. Coming up now in 10 seconds. T1 ready to go for it though. Aegis, Refresher Shard on Meracle. Cheese for Ev. He's got 2 of them. Got the 2 of them ready to pop.
They've got a cooldown though.
They do, yeah. Not on but I don't think there's a way to split them, is there?
But anyway,
he has got buyback. Started to control the back line. Meracle comes over towards the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster is trouble match. He doesn't get the chance to get the wall. The game is getting bashed up by PA. Meracle jumps over for more. They have lost the win center, but still, getting 4 kills. Swap over on In Your Dream. Meracle cleaving through the wall on towards Natsumi. Natsumi saved by the false bollocks, but another Morris right from Farev. Hasn't been doing them. Triple kill. He's looking for it. He's only got to take Natsumi down to do it. As Meracle, he'll find it. Rampage for the PA. Meracle 23, 1 and 15 this game. GG well played, he scored it. Oh, what a fabulous game for the PA. Another game where